A profound development, really, in the war in Ukraine. Two key Russian military commanders, both functioning in the Black Sea area, issued arrest warrants by the International Criminal Court. Two of them, both accused of being involved in attacks on civilian infrastructure and essentially the damage that has caused to the civilian population, essentially killing innocent civilians here. The warrant points to two individuals, Admiral Viktor Sokolov and another man, Lieutenant General Sergei Kovalyash, both of whom were key commanders in the Black Sea. The warrant suggests during the last couple of years, while much munitions fired against civilian areas were initially originating from the Black Sea Fleet. That Black Sea Fleet itself, though, targeted by Ukraine over the past hours. The Ukrainian intelligence service suggesting they managed to take out a patrol ship called the Sergei Kotov that cost $65 million, they said. Another example of how Ukraine has begun to project its force into areas that Moscow would normally have considered to be its safe territory. These outlying suggestions of Ukrainian strategic success, it comes at a time of extraordinary trouble for Ukraine here near the Eastern Front where I'm standing. You can hear the distant rumble of explosions far away from me. Really, Ukraine is struggling to hold the defensive line it said it would be able to maintain after it pulled out of the town of Avdiivka about 2 weekends ago. Avdiivka had been fought over for months and Ukraine said that it had voluntarily pulled back. It gave up a number of villages in its retreat and it said it would hold another 3 villages, those villages themselves under significant Russian repeated persistent assault. Russia able to throw extraordinary resources at these particular objectives and Ukraine, I think on the best of days, struggling to suggest that it has that fight calmed entirely. It's significant because if we do see Russia continue to put pressure on Ukrainian front lines around me here, there are minimal signs that there is another back defensive line prepared for Ukraine to be able to hold. And so we are dealing with a very complex time for Ukraine at this moment. They're able to project success in the Black Sea. Yes, they even suggested in the recent days they hit a bridge 500 miles inside Russia. President Volodymyr Zelensky said they took 15 fighter jets out of the sky in February alone. They are doing things that nobody felt they could do at the start of the war, but the one thing they're not able to do right now is hold key parts of the Donbass front line because they haven't got the munitions they need from the West. And that is because of the hold-up in Republican-held Congress. No sign of that changing at all. And we hear from Ukrainian fighters on the front line here that it's simply a matter of life and death until that changes. And already the resurgence of Russia is changing the frontline calculus daily. Nick Payton-Walsh, CNN, Eastern Ukraine.